Hi guys, today I'm going to do my makeup with you and I'm going to be using some products. Some of them are pretty new, like this Laura Mercier foundation. I did use this once already, didn't like it, but I'm going to give it another chance. And the reason why I'm going to give it another chance is because this time I'm going to try it with this oil. So I did film that demo without me using any oil. I do want to do a review on this, but this one I don't want to do all my foundation reviews the same. So some I'll do a first impression, some I'll do wear test, and then like this one I will do a review. Like I'll wear it, try it for a few different ways, and then see if at the end it works for me, for my skin type, and like what I use in order to make it work. And so this one I got it in the color 2W1 Macadamia, so this is one. I'm also going to be trying out the Fenty Beauty concealer again, and this one I did do a video on it, but I'm going to try it with different products with a different powder and see how that goes. This one I have it in the color 180, and I'm also going to be using this palette on my eyes today. This is the Urban Decay On The Run mini palette. And this one is the one with the neutrals and the blue in here. So excited for this one. It's going to be my first time that I use it. I'm also most likely going to be using this mascara right here by Colourpop. This is the color Blue Ya Mind. So you guys, I tried to decorate a little bit for Valentine's. I thought those lights were going to be white. They're little hearts and they ended up being purple. So I was like, okay, not bad. The other lights that I have are like little tiny little dots. Those are red, pink, and white. Actually, even though there's like a few colors back there, it looks pretty to me. You can't even tell that they're hearts though, but it looks cute. Today, before applying this foundation, I'm going to use the Beauty Bakery oil, and I'm also going to use the Hangover Rx Primer. Last time I used it with just the primer and I didn't like it. It was not only patchy, but it was like light. It was catching on to dry spots. Pretty much very similar to the Hourglass one. Very similar. And I didn't like the finish of it at all. So today I'm going to try it with the oil and we'll see how that goes. And next I'm going to use the Too Faced Hangover Rx, which is a very hydrating primer. And I sometimes apply my primer first and then my oil, but most of the time I like to apply the oil first and then the primer, because I feel like the oil really sinks into my skin and stuff. I just like to wait a tiny bit before going in with the foundation right after. So like I said, I have it in the color Macadamia. This is the way that the Laura Mercier one looks, which seems really nice. This one is another pretty pricey foundation. I like how thick it is. It's not like too liquidy or too thick to where it's like too pasty to really blend out or anything. At the same time, it wasn't applying nicely on my face. So, there we go. I felt like I had something. So I'm using the JH03 by Morphe. This is a foundation brush. And I'm seeing it looks a little better because it's like spreading out easier, and I think it's because of the oil. Like I'm sure it's the oil that's the only difference from the last time, but I still feel like it looks a little bit like it's sitting on top. But I'm gonna wait until I'm done before I like really look at it. So far this is a big difference from the last time. Last time it was not looking like this, but it can always change. It can depend on like what you're applying before, how your skin is and everything. So Maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. It's looking pretty glowy, right? This one is a glowy one. This one's called Flawless Lumiere. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce that word. This is the part where I have to be a little bit more careful because, like I said, I did my brow so that way I wouldn't have to wait after doing my, like, while filming and stuff. And it could be a little bit quicker. Now I'm going to use the concealer. So it's going to be the Fenty Beauty one, which is in the color 180 or in the shade 180. This one, yeah, it's a little light for me, but I don't mind. I'm going to use my sleek makeup brush to blend this out. And I'm not going to use it with the Fenty powder because that's what I used it with in the try-on video and I was not like very happy with it. So today I'm not going to use it with that. I'm going to use it with the powder that I actually like. What was I saying? Oh, the Laura Mercier one is a powder that I do like. So what I'm going to do is set my concealer and my entire face using that powder. I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill JH07 to set my under eyes. And then I'll eventually try the powder using my Makeup Forever HD concealer and see how that works. I'm gonna go ahead and set my Laura Mercier foundation with the Laura Mercier powder as well, and I'm just gonna use this powder. Oh, is this my powder brush? No, this is my bronzer brush. This one's my powder brush. And this one is another one from the Sleek Makeup Brush Kit that I got from Walgreens. And some of y'all have asked me about the concealer brush, and that one came from the same kit, so you can find them at Walgreens. And they're still there. I bought them during the holidays. I thought it was like a holiday set. It's still for sale. I looked for it the other day to link it, and it's still on the Walgreens website. So for the eyes, like I said, I'm going to use this little mini not Born to Run, the On the Run palette. And I'm going to do a neutral eye look on top, and then I think on the bottom is where I want to use the blue shimmer. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, most likely. So I'm going to start off with the color Escape. I'm going to use that one first, and that one is the third one down. And for this color, I'm going to use the Morphe M514 blending brush. And I'm just going to apply this right here in the crease area. This is going to be my transition shade. It's a warm brown. I've not used any of these eyeshadows, so I honestly don't even know how they perform. And I haven't done the eye swatches for them either. But I do plan on doing the eye swatches for each little palette. There's 3 of them. And I haven't used the other palettes either, so I'm going to be doing videos with those too, like tutorials. Let me know if you have any of these, and I don't know which ones you would like to see looks on first, I guess. This first shade is blending out really easily. And the next color that I'm going to use is this dark brown one right here. And for this color, I'm going to use the JH40. And this one, I'm going to keep it right here on the crease. I'm going to go all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner. And I'm not going to bring it up too high since I already have the light brown shade behind it. I don't want to drag this darker color too high up. I would say that this one is more like a medium brown. It's not so dark. It's the darkest brown in the palette, but it's more like a medium brown. It's blending out nicely too. It's just not as dark as I thought it was going to be because, like I said, it's just the contrast in the palette that's the darkest one, but it's not super dark. And the next brush that I'm going to use is also from the Jaclyn Hill set. This one is the JH41, which is a flat eyeshadow brush. But before that, I am going to use the primer. I forgot about it. I'm just going to apply this all over the eyelid. I'm going to use a shimmer shade on my eyelid. So I do want it to stick on a little better. Pretty much want it like all over the eyelid below the crease. And this one makes it pretty easy because it already has the applicator there that makes it easy to just apply it exactly where you want it. And I'm going to take the second color down, which is a golden shade. I'm just going to go over the primer and apply this all over the eyelid. So that applied really nicely. I'm sure it does have something to do with the primer because the primer is really sticky, but that looks really good. And it just helps the shimmers stick so nicely everywhere. There you go. It looks like I did a cut crease and I didn't even try. It's just I applied the primer all over the eyelid. I feel like that primer is really good. It's super sticky. It's kind of, it's not like the glitter glue. It's not as sticky because that's not what it's for, but it's sticky enough to hold on to the shimmers and you can easily just like pack them on. Now that one did have fallout, so I do have to take that off. I think that's pretty good. And then I'm just gonna take the other brush that I used for the dark brown or for the medium brown and just go in between the 2 shades. I didn't add any more product, but now I am. So I'm just gonna stick it in there and just kind of deepen up the crease a tiny bit. I'm not gonna go overboard with this one. Such an easy everyday look, right? Next, I'm going to use the blue one now. And I'm going to take another brush from the Jaclyn Hill collection. This one is the JH39. So it is a shimmer. I'm just going to take a little bit of this and apply it on the back of my hand. The same primer that I used on top. And with my brush, I'm just going to put that on my lower lash line before going in with the blue. I'm going to go in with the flat brush to use the blue one. And I'm going to use this one just down here. Now, I was going to use the fluffy brush, but it is a shimmer. So if it gets everywhere, then it's just going to get a little messy with the fluffy one, with the little bitty fluffy one. So I changed my mind, but this one's working pretty good. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this one again. I'm gonna use a napkin for that. I'm just gonna take off most of the primer as much as I can and then go over this just a little bit, very slowly. I don't want to drag it too low, but I also just want to blend it a little bit. So for now, I'm going to try the nude one and see how I like it. If I don't, I have these other two blue ones that I can apply on my waterline. This one is the Roller Eye Bright Pencil by Benefit. It is almost, it's not white, but it's more like a beige eyeliner. This is the way that it looks like this. It doesn't look bad, but I'm going to see the way that it looks after mascara. If I still feel like it looks a little weird, then I'll go in with the blue eyeliner. But I'm just going to leave it like this for now. So now I'm just going to do my eyelashes. One thing that I did forget is to put the eyeliner on my waterline, like not on my waterline, on my top, on my tight line on top. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 waterline pencil. And I'm gonna apply the mascara. Like I said, I don't know if the waterline is okay this color yet. I think it looks fine, but if I don't like it, I'll just use a blue eyeliner. Now this blue does not match the blue that I have on my lower lash line, so it is gonna look different. I mean, just different shades of blue. I'm just gonna try it. I do want to try out these so that way I can tell you about them, if they smudge, if they last, if they, whatever it is, I just want to tell you about them. So today I'm going to use it on my lower lash line. Okay, so that is the blue one, and honestly I'm not too sure about the waterline being this color, so I think I am going to add a blue one. And I think for this I'm going to use this one by Pixi. This one's called Black Blue. Well, let me swatch it. Let me see which one I like better, because this one is pretty dark. And the other one is by Urban Decay. It's one of the mini pencils. Oh, this one's even darker. So I'm just going to use the Pixi one. I couldn't remember how they looked, so I'm glad I swatched them. I'm going to use the Pixi one. That one has a little bit more blue to it than black. And I do like the way that the blue mascara looks, so I like the color of it. And I'm sure if I used it with some other colorful looks or something lighter, it would look even more intense, but I think like this it looks really good too. So for bronzer, I'm going to use this one from the Smashbox palette, and I'm going to use the light one there and use this fluffy brush. This is very similar to the powder brush that I was using, except it's just a tiny bit smaller. And I'm just going to apply the bronzer all over. This is a matte bronzer. It's the lighter one from the 2 in this palette. There you go. It gave me some color. I love it. That's what I love about the bronzer. It can help so much. And then for blush, it's not gonna be anything too pink or with much color. It's the color Dallas from Urban Decay, not Urban Decay, from Benefit. And it's the one that I just showed in my January favorites. And you can see right there, it's like barely any color, but just enough, you know? And I just don't want to use anything too pink or too purple or anything. I feel like the blue really stands out. And I don't feel like it's necessary to have like very colorful cheeks. Not right now. I really want the blue to be like the main focus. So there you go. Just looks nice and subtle. Love it. And then for highlight, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Volume 3, which y'all have seen me use plenty of times already. I even forgot, or did I? I didn't include it in my January favorites. I always feel like I'm missing something whenever I'm getting my things ready for that, and I completely forgot to mention this one, but I included it in my best of 2018, so you've seen it though. I've already used it many times on my channel. So I'm on my Cupid's doll. I don't even know what lipstick I'm gonna use. My lips are still dry and they're still chapped, but I don't want to use anything too colorful, but nothing super nude either, because I think it'll look kind of weird. Let me look for a lipstick and then I'll come back. Okay, so for lipstick, I grabbed the color My Main by Dose of Colors, and what I'm going to do is take a little bit on the back of my hand, just like that, and I'm just kind of going to apply it. I don't want that much of the pigment. I just want to have a little bit of color, and since I like the tone of it, it's not like very cool tone, but it's not super warm either. Just bringing my lips a little bit back to life, because they were like completely covered in everything, makeup and powder and stuff. And I'm gonna top it with Dose of Colors and the Mickey Mouse collection, the orangey gloss, the orangey glitter gloss. Let me know what you think about the foundation and how it looks, because to me it looks so good today. And I'm actually happy with the way that my makeup looks on top of it. The other day I was just like, it doesn't look that great. Like, I wasn't so happy with my makeup. It was just one of those days that the foundation or the base of my makeup look wasn't that great. So yeah, it just makes it look patchy and it makes the stuff on top not look so smooth and things like that. But today it is looking good. I'm also liking the blue mascara. Like, I really do like it. I'm all here for the colorful mascara. I'm liking it. I don't care if it's just a trend. I have the mascaras already, so I can use them for as long as I can, as long as they don't expire. So I'm gonna continue to use the colorful ones, and you'll be seeing more tries with the other colors, because I do want to do tutorials using the other shades too, because there's so many. So I want to use them up, and I like it with the blue eyeliner on the waterline instead of the beige one that I had. I feel like this looks so much better, and I'm just loving the look overall. I really liked it. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching another one. I hope you guys liked today's, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.